Man, it's a beautiful morning. Beautiful morning in New York. Yeah, that's great, but you have to realize everybody out here is gonna kill you if they hit you. And no fucks will be given. No fucks will be given. So for those of you that don't know, not familiar with New York, we're up, I think this is West Avenue. Avenues go north and south. And it's on the very, made sense to me now, we're on the very west side of Manhattan. And we're heading up to go across the George Washington Bridge, which is pretty cool. Get some nice views off of that, and then heading off into New Jersey to meet up with some people, and we're heading to a bike rally. I'm not really into like Harley bike rallies, but these guys seem pretty cool. A couple of them have Harleys, be a couple of guys on sport bikes. Not a big group, and it's, I guess, called Hot Rods and Harley. So there'll be some classic American muscle cars there, which I'm a big fan of. So, and we'll probably see some worn out biker ladies with 3 teeth showing the titties, sitting in the back of hogs. No, I doubt it's going to be like that. But yeah, it'll probably be a shit show when it comes to people watching. So that'll always be good. I brought my Canon T3 DSLR camera. I'll be switching to that later when we get to the show. And yeah, it'll be fun, man. This is like the best day so far. It is a balmy 65 degrees. It rained all night last night, and it's the wind is a little cool coming off the water, and it's just perfect. Tourists are out in force. We're going to be passing the Intrepid here pretty soon. It's an aircraft carrier on the left-hand side. And that's where they have the space shuttle. I haven't done that attraction yet, but I hear it's pretty cool. And then heading up north to the George Washington Bridge. So, living here since February. It's now May, and it's actually pretty easy to get around. I primarily have the GPS for once I get off the island. I'll still stare down at it because right now it's telling me to go somewhere where I don't want to go. I don't know why. Oh, Lincoln Tunnel. I'm not taking that fucking tunnel. But yeah, so it's pretty much a grid. You know, down where I keep my bike, it gets fairly congested, and it's like the bottom tip or the ass. I mean, I don't know what they call the bottom. I guess the tip is the top. The bottom is the bottom of Manhattan. The streets get kind of squirrely, so it's not that clear. But as you get, just a quarter mile up, it starts to turn into a grid, and especially when you go uptown. So that was the other interesting thing. Regardless of where you are, if you're going north, you're going uptown. I don't care if you're up at Columbia University. If you're going north, you're going uptown. And Columbia is at the very tip. If you're going south, your ass is going downtown. And that includes if you're on State Street, which is the very bottom. And when I first got here, I was confused because when you get into the subway, you look at a map and you kind of orient yourself to Manhattan. You're like, I want to, this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. And you get into the subway and it doesn't say shit. It just says, it says downtown, it says uptown. And it took me a couple of rides to figure out uptown, regardless of where you are, is north. Downtown, regardless of where you are, is south. And then if you look at the west side and the east side, that's all dependent on what side of Broadway you're on. So, we're currently on, West 46th Street because we're west of Broadway. There's an East 46th Street as well. So anyway, that's just a fun facts on navigation. And I see tourists struggle with this every single day, and I struggled with it when I moved here. And I was mad too. I was like, these New Yorkers, they're just doing this to fuck with us. Because if you move here new and you don't know that, you're having a bad day. Because it's confusing. You get in the subway, because when you get into a subway, you're turned around. When you get out of a subway, you're really turned around, because it just leads you to a street. And you don't know if you're coming or going. So, anyway, that's fun facts on navigation in New York. Don't ask me about Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens. I don't have any clue.